Hey everyone, I know I've been rather absent on YouTube as of well, probably about a year actually. It's gotten to the point where I don't really want to make videos anymore unless I'm particularly angry or vexed about something or someone, as you can tell from the last few videos that I've made. This is the case now. As you can tell from the title, it's BionicDance that has particularly chapped my hide recently, as I know she has with a lot of people, and it's to do with the video she made called "In Boston Terms." It's her with her dictionary definitions again. We've gone past atheism now, even though she was wrong about that, and now she's got on to saying that terrorism is unless it's we know who the person is and why they did it, then we can't call something terrorism. Rob Rith Randell, Cardinal Virtues, made a video on Edwin Napalm's new channel, calling her out on this, and then Coughlan made a video. All relevant links will be linked below, so you'll be able to see for yourself. And then she chose to reply to Richard Coughlan's video. A more cynical person would say that she only responded to Coughlan's video because it was the only one where she could reply with anything resembling a coherent argument, but I'd never say such a thing, because as you can see from the links below, Rob's video is a lot more well researched and thought out, and actually has facts to back up what he says. So in the reply that BionicDance made, she put in the below bar quote, "If dictionaries are no longer a resource we can use to determine what a word means, then where do we go when we need a definition?" Which is a huge straw man, as Coughlan said nothing like you can't determine what words mean by looking at a dictionary. I think the most important quote from his video that addresses this is where he says, quote, "The dictionary does not dictate our language and our use of it dictates the dictionary." And he gave you a good example of the word gay. I'll give you some more. Saying wicked to mean something positive, and saying something was bad meaning it was good. I'm getting old now, so the words I know maybe are probably out of date a little bit, but I apologise for that. And that doesn't mean we can't look up a word and see the definition, but that we, the people, control what words mean, which is exactly what the dictionary is. It's a collection of words given meaning by us. There's no other being or other power that tells us what these words mean. We control that. I thought, out of pretty much anybody, you would realise that by BionicDance. I think everyone is pretty much agreed with what the word "the" means, but terrorism is something quite different. Terrorism denotes a human act, and humans, as you may or may not choose to acknowledge, are a very complicated species. Hence, the definition for something that some humans may or may not participate in can vary from country to country, and even in different agencies within one government. This is why something such as rape has different definitions depending on which country you live in. And I'm going to talk about rape laws now, so if you don't want to listen to that, then feel free to click off this video. In Scotland, for example, rape was only something that men could do to women until 2010, when the Sexual Offences Act became law. Before then, male rape was considered sodomy and wasn't tried as rape but as indecent assault. Now, rape in England and Wales is defined as a person A commits an offence if he intentionally penetrates the vagina, anus or mouth of another person B with his penis, B does not consent to the penetration, and A does not reasonably believe that B consents. Now, you may notice that definition might be different to how others or even you might define it, as they might include any penetration of a person by anything to be rape. Well, in England that is classed as assault by penetration and is not classified as rape. However, in South Africa, rape is defined as any person A who unlawfully and intentionally commits an act of sexual penetration with a complainant B without the consent of B is guilty of the offence of rape. And sexual penetration is defined as any act which causes penetration to any extent whatsoever by A, the genital organs of one person into or beyond the genital organs, anus or mouth of another person, B, the other part of the body of one person or any object, including any part of the body of an animal, into or beyond the genital organs or anus of another person, or C, the genital organs of an animal into or beyond the mouth of another person. Now, I hope you understand why this applies to your argument. The fact of the matter is that different countries are going to have different definitions of crimes that depend on their own individual history. They've chosen laws and definitions that they think suit their own country and the people that live there best, which is why you get differences like this, where in England and Wales, assault by penetration is classed as something different than rape, but in South Africa it is actually classified as rape. This is why I've said to you, BionicDance, that the word you really have to look up is nuance. When we're talking about a definition regarding human behaviour, nothing is one size fits all. So this narrow-minded, right or wrong mentality you have will not and never will work. This is why you have so many people vehemently disagreeing with you, not just for this reason, because you are actually wrong on this and who have been proven wrong, whether or not you want to choose to acknowledge it or not. But because trying to classify human behaviour into one sentence is not possible. It's a good start sometime, you could maybe use it as a jumping off point, but as soon as you start to dig deeper and conduct more research, you start to realise you could write an entire thesis about a specific trait and still not cover everything. And I think as soon as you figure that out, you will be a lot better off. Basic terms are needed, yes, but trying to say that an entire spectrum of human behaviour, whether good or bad, must and should fall under the strictest definition of that word for that behaviour is a foolhardy quest and actually belies the huge amount of variance and interpretation that is out there. There are always exceptions, because we're only human and our definitions aren't perfect.